It's 1920 and Rosalie Rayner is standing in the hushed Johns Hopkins research lab, eyes fixed on a wriggling infant known as Little Albert. Around her, the tense air hums with a controversial mission, to prove that fear isn't inherited but learned. But what happens when the scientist behind the experiment becomes a mother forced to wrestle with the very ideas she helped create? This is more than psychology, it's a story of ambition, love, and profound contradiction. Rosalie's world changes when she joins John B. Watson at Johns Hopkins, diving into bold experiments that challenge everything about human nature. In one of psychology's most infamous experiments, Rosalie and Watson conditioned little Albert, an infant, to fear a white rat by pairing it with a loud, startling noise. The baby's innocent curiosity twisted into terror, proving their point that behavior, not genetics, shapes us. This wasn't just a lab experiment, it was a lightning bolt to the scientific world and the public conscience alike. Think of behaviorism like a black box. You can't see inside the brain, but you can observe the inputs and outputs, the stimuli and the responses. It's like training a puppy. You ignore its thoughts and feelings, focusing only on the behavior you want to change or create. This stripped psychology down to observable actions, shaking the foundations of how we understand human development. Watson and Rayner's research didn't just stay on lab benches. It exploded into a best-selling parenting manual, Psychological Care of Infant and Child. It preached emotional detachment as gold standard, raising kids free from the messiness of feelings. Yet for Rosalie, the real kicker was having to live by a doctrine she helped birth, only to realize it conflicted painfully with her own experiences as a mother. Underneath the lab's polished floors, personal lives unravel dramatically. Their passions ignite as rapidly as their careers come crashing down. Rosalie and John Watson's professional partnership morphed into a secret romance that electrified the silent halls of Johns Hopkins. Their affair was fiery and reckless, but when it came to light, it scorched their reputations. Both were fired in disgrace, proof that ambition and desire rarely play nice in early 20th century academia, especially for a woman like Rosalie. Their abrupt job loss was a brutal pivot point. Watson retreated to advertising fame, while Rosalie struggled to reclaim some semblance of respect as a mother and writer. This fall from grace smashed public trust in behaviorism and sparked a fierce debate about female scientists and their place in a man's world. Ambition, it seems, came with a steep social price. Still, despite the scandal, their ideas endured, carrying forward to reshape psychology and parenting across America. Rosalie's role was overshadowed, but decades later, her story reminds us that science is as human and messy as the people behind it, mixing brilliance, mistakes, and profound complexity. Rosalie pens a best-selling parenting guide preaching emotional distance, yet as a mother herself, she feels an irrepressible tug towards connection, a contradiction at the heart of her life. Psychological Care of Infant and Child pushed a radical idea: parents should avoid coddling or emotional spoiling. It promised scientific nurturing like raising a plant with measured light and water, no excess. The goal was to produce strong, self-reliant children, emotionally distant but perfectly behaved according to behaviorist logic. But Rosalie's own experience challenged this cold theory. She found herself instinctively comforting her crying child, unable to repress the warmth science told her to suppress. This inner battle made her a living contradiction, a pioneering psychologist who couldn't detach from the very human feelings her research dismissed, exposing the limits of pure science in the messy world of actual parenting. Her legacy is an uneasy blend of groundbreaking research and poignant human failure. We inherit a parenting model born from science, but also a cautionary tale about divorcing empathy from understanding behavior. Rosalie's story calls us to balance knowledge with heart, urging us to rethink how we raise our kids today. Back in that Johns Hopkins lab with little Albert, Rosalie's story ends not with neat certainty but wild questions. Can we control behavior without passion? Should science deny emotion? Her life urges you to challenge tidy theories. So next time you face a tough choice, be it parenting or work, let curiosity and empathy wrestle together. Try embracing contradictions instead of burying them. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.